It's Sunday. We just wrapped up 2.5 hours of planning more of the content and recording this video because we just discussed how planning this content, right, for this rebuild is actually the hardest bit. Next step is to script out all the videos, get one of our slides ready, make it very good, very professional, and the next step is to record. All right, so plan, script, record. Planning is actually the really fucking hard bit, right? Because we are literally planning how do we make this thing so good that when somebody comes in and they go from A, video 1, all the way to video Z, the very final video, it all makes sense, it's all easy to follow, and then that they actually get results, which we've done a really good job of that with the previous versions of our program. It's just that we know we can make it better, right? Like you guys have seen, we have so many results, right? Over 100 people on my website that have made anywhere from 5 to 30K per month, 100 people in that range. Yet we're still here, sitting here thinking, how can we make it better? It's kind of insane. And that's why I'm recording this video now, because it's a Sunday. We don't have to do this, but we're doing it. And I think there's something really beautiful about that fact that we don't have to do this and we are doing it. So yeah, we've got a fun time ahead of us. There's going to be a couple of days of me recording where I'll guaranteed lose my voice because I'll be speaking for 10, 12 hours a day. All right, here we are deep in the rebuild, session number 2. There's Ty, Student Success Manager, putting in the work. We are about 40 minutes deep into a little work block. We're going to spend 5 hours today. We did 5 hours yesterday. And Ty was literally just saying, so Ty is our Student Success Manager, if you don't know him already, literally was just saying that we've spent close to 6 or 7 hours already, and we haven't even started building out new content. We're literally just spending time planning it, because if we don't plan it correctly, the content is not going to be as easy to follow. And that is what we're trying to do, make it easy to go from A to Z, so that if you join our program, you have literally no doubts. You are step A, step B, step C, full detail, action items, checklists, everything, you know exactly what to do. We're about halfway through the rebuild right now. The reason I wanted to record this video is to show you the behind the scenes, okay? Yesterday, my internet went about halfway through the day. So what I've been doing for the last week is I'm getting up at my normal time, 7 to 8 o'clock, quick walk, and then literally straight to work. When I get straight to work, I'm actually not checking emails, Telegram, Slack, or really anything. I'm going straight to our Notion board, which has the plan for the rebuild, and I'm recording content. So most days I've recorded from about 8 to 12, so about 4 hours. I would estimate 2 hours of that is prepping slides. My Student Success Manager, shout out to you. You're doing most of the work with the slides because we sat together for about 10 hours and we planned out, here's what we need to include. And he's just remodeling the slides to include all the information. My main job then is to sit down and record. So 2 hours prepping, 2 hours recording a day. Did that yesterday, internet cut out halfway throughout the day. And I wanted to just document this because this is the struggle, right? These are the things that, you don't hear about. These are the things that you wouldn't expect happen. And it's such a small thing, right? Like there's a problem with the internet that happens all the fucking time. It's just a normal problem. But when you're running an online business, something as simple as your internet going down can really, really throw your day off, because I had to spend probably like 3 hours yesterday just going back and forth with the internet service provider, emailing them, then they call and then they say, yeah, cool, we'll send a technician. Then they send a technician. The technician gets here. He has no idea why it's not working. Turns out everybody else in the same street is having the same issue. Then there's like 10 guys from the internet company all just trying to figure out what's going on. And yeah, it just turns into a mess. So as much as you can be on your monk mode, focused, deep work, getting your shit done, there's these days where this stuff happens and your day can get completely derailed. And as much as you would like to say you can fix that, there's not that much you can do unless you have a backup internet service, or if you've like really strong mobile data, mobile connection, which I don't because of where I'm at. So it is what it is. Same again happened today. It's not even 12 as I'm recording this update. It's literally 11:49. So I got probably half of what I wanted to get done for the rebuild done. The other half, now I have to figure out internet because it has gone down again. But look, overall, the rebuild is going incredibly well. One thing we've really tried to do with this is put a lot more focus on the quality of the video and the audio so that the watching experience, right, for the video content is actually more enjoyable, which means more people will actually watch it. And if more people watch it, more people should action the information and take results. The second thing I'm really proud of and excited about, for us to release this, is we have a dedicated mindset section at the start of the program. Before, we did have a mindset section, but it was very surface level, right? Because I didn't want to go into topics that I thought people wouldn't understand, or that's maybe sounds a bit egotistical to even say that, but topics that people maybe have not have heard about, yet I've heard tons of time. So to me, they, I just remember exactly what they mean, but to somebody else, we'd have to go and spend hours explaining what they are. But this time, I think we found the perfect way of packaging some higher level concepts that relate to your identity shifting to go from 0 to 10K a month. So other things such as your habits, your beliefs, and of course the action you take. Because one thing we have found, and I'm sure anybody else that has a program online has a similar analysis or a similar conclusion as us, is that even when we give people accountability, coaching, and all the support, there's still some people that just won't use it. They just won't use the support that you offer because their identity is just at war. Like, they're at war with their identity. They're telling themselves, I want to make 10K a month, but their identity is used to getting up, scrolling TikTok, playing video games, and basically it's just massively out of alignment with the person they need to be to make 10K a month. So because their identity is just literally at war with the current version of themselves, they can't really step into that new identity unless they do a radical change. And so what we've tried to do with the mindset dedicated module is almost to put all of that into one section. So to put all of the things you need to know about going from 0 to 10K, not the strategies and tactics, but how you become the person. We've tried to condense that in a way where it's easy to understand, it's relatable, but also high level enough so that you can actually implement it, understand it, implement it, and then take action to get more results. And really, that's all we're doing here. We're trying to make this program so that more people get results. We have really fucking good results right now, but if we just think we've really good results, we don't need to change anything, we don't need to improve it, we don't need to think about making it better, well, then we've already lost, right? Because what are our competition doing? They're probably doing something similar. Well, I hope they are, because I know there's a lot of people in the online space that build a course, which is the first kind of red flag. Like, they don't build out a mentorship program, it's just a course. And the second thing is they don't update it. So if they built it in 2019, right, maybe that was when they'd started their coaching, they haven't updated it. So it's literally been years since the information has been updated, meaning that you're following strategies that, let's be real, probably won't work because the market changes every 6 to 12 months. So this is what we're doing with the whole rebuild. Wanted to give you guys an update as it doesn't all go swimmingly well. And another thing I have done, which you might find funny, is I've been wearing the same shirt for the last week. All right, this is how dedicated I am to keeping everything the same visually so that it's easier to learn from us instead of me changing shirt every day. Before you think that's absolutely disgusting, here's how we're doing it. So I'm wearing it specifically for recording, then I'm taking it off, and then it's getting a quick hand wash and it's going out on the balconies to dry. All right, so it's actually clean, but we're trying to keep everything the same. So better quality video, better audio. So we've got the mic hooked up here, and of course just a more coherent experience so that when people come in, everything is easier to follow. So there we go. That's my little mini update on the rebuild. Really excited to release this. This is, it takes a lot of work and it's a different type of work. If you had to sit down for 4 hours and reply to emails or send out outreach messages or post content online, that's very different to 4 hours of deep focus work on how do I build this thing so that it actually is the best it can be. Like, that's a very different level of intensity that you're bringing to the work. And that's what we're doing. So I think everyone's going to massively appreciate it. One thing we do with our students is that if you're in a current version of our program, for example, our first ever 1.0 or our 2.0 last year, you get upgraded to the newest versions. So that's one of the cool things, is that you always get the future upgrades. Even if you paid a much lower price back 2 years ago, you're still getting the new material. So you get lifetime to the content updates. Alright guys, so today is the last video of recording for the 3.0 rebuild. It was not meant to be today, it was meant to be last night. I recorded 1.5 hours of trainings and the Zoom file corrupted. It just didn't convert. I've tried a bunch of different methods to try and fix it. And what I've realized is I've spent probably 30 to 40 minutes trying to figure out how to fix it, whereas I could just go ahead and re-record it. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I thought I wouldn't have to wear this green shirt again, but I'm back, it's on, and we're gonna get the re-recording done, and then we are good to go. That means the 3.0 is pretty much done. So this is just a really quick preview of the 3.0 program, just to show you guys what we've added in here. So we actually now provide a certification, so that when you complete the program, we literally give you a certification. We had people do this in the past, but we did it on an ad hoc basis. Now anyone can get it. As you guys know, our coaching and community, this is how you get results, right? The 3.0, the course, is just part of what we offer. The main benefit is group coaching calls, a small, private, tight-knit community, and most importantly, your private one-to-one group chat with me and our student success manager. That's where you really get the results. So some of the stuff we have added in, we've added a lot more content on mindset, as we've really learned that the biggest struggle for most people is not knowing what to do, it's actually doing the work. So we've added a lot of really deep content. I know that's going to help a lot of people. We spent more time breaking down the business model for those of you that are beginners and you actually don't fully know how the business works, okay? So everything from understanding it, why this opportunity works, and why someone would actually pay for services online. So everything you need to pick your service, everything you need to know about picking a niche. Sometimes you don't need a niche, and we talk about that in here. Literally the cheat sheet of how to build an offer. So how to build out packages and what that should look like. You see there's literally so much more, right? Outreach is absolutely massive. There's like 30 videos in here alone. Sales, probably about 10 trainings in there. Tax and legal setup training. Everything you need to know about hiring, who to hire. And yeah, so much more. We do this because we care. We actually want our students to get results. And I know a lot of people say that and they're like, oh yeah, I want to help as many people as possible. We truly do. We've seen the transformation that people go through, and to see someone go from 0 to becoming the person and then making 5, 10, 15K a month online, like that is such a wild transformation. And to be able to give that transformation to people, or to at least facilitate it, it's so worth it. Like it really does give us a real true sense of fulfillment.